I can kind of understand that.
So their
You have
mentality.
to keep people in check sometimes because these are bad people.
Yeah, these are lifers. These are lifers.
Right.
And Attica is disciplinary jail. So, like, say you're in Greenhaven, you're in Sing Sing, and you fuck up there, and you go to the state box. Once
Right.
you leave the state box,
they gotta
you
be
go to
tough.
Attica.
They gotta be tough there.
Yeah,
They gotta be tough because they're getting all the assholes.
from the whole state.
Right. So they gotta be tough.
Well, there's 3 disciplinary jails maxes in the state that you could go to
Okay.
once you come out the box. Attica is one of them.
Okay. But this guy wasn't in Attica. This guy was in a medium security.
Medium security.
Now, you're saying it happens all the time.
Yes, it doesn't happen as often in the mediums because in the mediums there's not too many blind spots because people live in dorms. They don't live in cells in the mediums, so everybody can see what's going on. In the maxes, everybody knows they pull you out your cell, they beat you up. There's nothing you can do about it. In the mediums, it's a little bit harder to do because,
Well, this guy looks like they were beating him in medical.
yeah, in the infirm. I want to know if it was on an outside trip or in the medical
I don't know.
because he was handcuffed, right?
I think he looked like he was handcuffed. Yeah.
Okay, if he was handcuffed and it's the facility hospital, then that means he was involved in a fight in a violent altercation.
So maybe he was in a fight with a CO, and then they're like,
could be.
"Oh, you want to fight with COs?"
It could be. He could have had a fight with another prisoner, and the CO tried to break it up, and him and the CO started fighting,
Right.
or in the midst of fighting, he elbowed the CO, or whatever the case. A CO was probably injured. That's why That's why he beat him up.
Right.
They're not gonna beat you up like that if you're fighting with another prisoner.
Right. Because me as law enforcement, right, I always seen it as once the guy's in handcuffs, it's game over. There's no more fighting the guy. There's no more punching him while he's in handcuffs and stuff like that. Because there's so many ways you could restrain him and stop him. He's no longer a threat. He's in handcuffs. And I even had people that I put in the back of the car, right, or the police car, and they're trying to kick the windows out. They're like, they have their hands behind their back, handcuffed, and they're trying to kick the windows out and stuff. All you have to do is open the door and be like, yo, cut it out. You know what I mean? Like, knock it off. You know what I mean? Like, if you break the window, we're going to charge you extra, whatever, stuff like that. You're going to make situations work for yourself, right? And then, you would call somebody to come strap his legs and stuff like that after that, right? Whatever the case. But
That's the decent thing to do.
yeah, but thing is, I don't, like, I can't even imagine beating him to the point where he's dead. Like,
They beat him for 15 minutes.
I seen cops beat people before, right?
They beat him for
And
15
I'm like,
minutes.
yo, chill. That's enough, right? But, I seen other situations like that too, and I can understand it. The adrenaline's pumping and stuff like that. You're not thinking
Not for
right.
15 minutes.
Or you beat right, not for 15 minutes. Or you punch the guy once or twice, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's understandable. Is it right? No.
No.
But it's understandable.
It comes with the territory.
Right. Now, for you to beat the guy fucking for 14 minutes to death, the guy he got his face stomped in.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't want to minimize what those police did, but again, they do that to prisoners all the time. I've been stomped out like that. I know mad people that have been stomped out like that. So this is not something new.
Now, what do you think made this situation different where it actually made the news? Like
The body cams, or somebody, one of their fellow officers felt like they overdid it.
Right.
And
leaked it.
And leaked it. Because usually shit like that they keep in-house.
Right, they keep
It
it
doesn't get
in-house.
leaked out.
Right.
It does not get leaked out. Like, I feel like the ferocity that they beat him with was a female officer had to have been involved in that.
Why do you say that?
Because guys instinctively go more full tilt for a girl than a guy.
So I seen this.
I seen.
So you were saying about before, our camera ran out of power and stuff. You was talking about that Brooks might have hit a female CO.
It's possible. I mean, the animosity that I seen in that beating, like, that's not a regular beating. Like, I've been beaten before, and I've never seen it done with like this type of anger, like rage.
He had to have done something.
He had to have done something, and guys is gonna go to bat for each other, but they're gonna go to bat for a female extra hard.
Right.
It could have been a female CO. It could have been a nurse. It could have been a teacher. It could have been any female. Something was done to the point where, how many of them was there? 13?
I think like 14,
Like-
something like that. But I mean,
14 of them was angry enough to keep putting hands on this guy for 15 minutes.
yeah, it seemed like it was a little personal in there, right?
Yeah.
But I still don't think it warranted them beating him up while he's in
Nothing
handcuffs.
warrants it. Nothing warrants it.
Right.
And nothing warrants beating a person to death. Even if heaven forbid, he would have killed somebody in there or whatever. Let the justice system take care of it. You're not judge, jury, and executioner. Nothing warrants being beaten to death. That's like probably one of the worst ways to go, aside from drowning or burnt alive.
What, being handcuffed and beat to death?
Handcuffed and beaten to death. You know how frustrating it is? Like, I've been handcuffed and beaten, not to death, but like they'll come and throw a kick in my face, stomp my head, or kick me in my ribs while I'm
No,
handcuffed.
what happened to you? What did you do that they decided to beat you up?
Well, I had a fight with the CO.
Okay.
So of course they're gonna. That comes with the territory.
So you expected to get beat up?
I expected it. I knew it was coming. I knew it from the moment I threw that punch. I knew that there's gonna be a lot of repercussions behind this, but I had no choice.
And
My hand was
how bad
forced.
did they beat you up?
Beat me up pretty bad, but not like that.
Not like that.
Not like
So-
that. Not continuously. Like, they beat me to restrain me, they beat me. And then while they was escorting me to the hospital, they didn't beat me. When I was in the hospital, they didn't beat me. I came out of the hospital, they beat my ass.
Again.
Again. Threw me in the pen. Not beat my ass, like punched me, kicked me, you know what I'm saying?
Right, let you know they listen.
Yeah.
Knock the shit off.
No. They had me in the pen waiting to a cell in the box to be available for me and to send my stuff down. They're packing my property up and sending it down to the box. So they beat me over there while they're waiting for clearance to bring me to the box. Mm-hmm. When they bring you to the box, they got you on the camera. So
Right.
they're not, escort you there. After they put you in, then they rough you up a little bit some more, and then put you in your cell. And usually that's the end of it.
Now you're handcuffed when they do that?
Yeah, you're handcuffed while they're doing that. And so it's so
So
frustrating.
you felt like it was normal behavior. It happens so often that you feel like it's normal behavior.
I know it's not normal behavior, but I'm numb to it. It wasn't the first time, and that wasn't the last time. So
Right.
I know
It's normal enough
it's
where
normal
you
in there.
expect it.
Yeah,
Where it's like,
I
all right,
expect it.
I'll hit.
I expect
if
it.
I hit the CO,
Yes.
or if I don't piss on the CO or something like
Yes,
that,
yes.
they're gonna fuck me up.
Yes.
I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get thrown in the box, and they're gonna fuck me up even more. But fuck it, it's worth it.
Yes.
That's what you're doing.
Yes,
That's what you're thinking.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I know people that were that don't piss on the CO and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
right? What do they call that? They call
Shitting them down.
shitting them down. All right.
Yeah.
So I know people that did that, and then they got transferred to different block and stuff like that. But then afterwards,
They're
like
breaking
this-
something when you do that.
Huh?
They're breaking something when they do that. When you do that.
Right. But then when you come back, it's not like they keep holding a grudge. They know that this guy does piss on people, but they don't really beat you down every fucking day.
No. They don't beat you down
It's over
after
with.
that. It's over with afterwards. But
But if you act up again, they're gonna beat you again.
if they could get away with it. But initially, when you when you shit the police down, when they take you out of that cell, they're breaking something. My thumb has never been the same. Look, you see how awkward it bends?
Yeah.
They took my thumb and went, bang!
Oh wow.
Yeah. They said, yo, you like throwing shit, huh? Oh! All the
Now you couldn't tell
baby came out of me.
you couldn't tell a lawyer or a social worker in there or whatever. They don't
Tell
care.
a lawyer for what? They could give you a new charge for throwing piss at them. You start calling lawyers and they start talking about new charges and
Right, they write you up. They give you a ticket.
No,
right?
no, you're getting a ticket. You're getting a ticket regardless.
Right.
They could choose to press charges. So, like, if I was to pursue it, if every time I got beaten up by the police, I pursued it,
You would have
I would have got
more charges.
more
time.
charges than I have now because now they have no choice.
So they hold that over your head so
They
that you
do.
don't press charges. So you have to suck it up.
They don't say it, but It's implied.
You're right.
It's implied.
Right. So I think that's fucked up. That needs to change. I mean, I understand for like the viewers and stuff. Some viewers, because some people are law enforcement, right? That view my channel and view our channel, right? And they're saying, yo, these people are locked up. They're bad people, right? But not everybody in jail is a bad person.
No.
There's some, I seen people in there that deserve to be in there. I was like, this person does not deserve to be in public. This person needs to be in jail.
Sure.
And they know it.
Sure.
Right? Because they themselves realize they can't follow society's rules. Like they don't know.
They can't. They don't want to.
They don't want to, right?
Yeah.
Like they understand the rules of prison.
Better.
Right.
Yeah.
So they want to be in prison, kind of. They feel more comfortable in prison.
I don't think anybody wants to be in prison. I mean, that's like a myth. Like, oh, this dude.
Okay, so you spoke to these people that you've seen people that deserve to be in prison.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
so
they don't feel that way.
They don't feel that way.
They don't feel that way. But I've met a lot of people that I feel like deserve to be in there, and I feel like a lot of people that they never released deserves a chance because yes, you're right. There's bad people in prison, right? Everybody that went in there at one point or another in their life, they was bad. Then there's innocent people of the crime that they're in there for, but they're not innocent from other stuff.
Well, I seen people that don't really deserve to be in prison, but then become worse people because they're in prison.
Yeah, of course. That I seen that. But there are also people that go in there really bad
and come out good.
Right. There are people that go that go in there bad and stay in here forever and stay good. That's hard.
Right.
That is very hard. I feel like that's harder than anything. Knowing that you're gonna die in here and still behave.
So how do we change things to where people come out good?
Where people come out good?
You give them programs and stuff like that?
Program always helps.
Yeah.
Programs always helps. I was involved in a program in there called RTA, Rehabilitation Through the Art. Mm-hmm. They just recently made a movie about them. That's how big they are. The name of the movie is Sing Sing.
Okay. Where can you watch that at?
It's in the theaters right now, so it's not out on streaming yet.
Okay.
But I heard it's doing pretty well, But I was in that program. It's an acting class in there where like 3 times out of a week you'll go down to the school building at nighttime.
Are you in the movie too or no?
No. Oh. I was locked up when they made that movie.
Okay.
But it's an acting class. Like a real live director from the streets will come in and teach the class. And at the end of the semester, we put on a production.
Right. I remember you saying you did a production.
Yeah. So we did 12 Angry Men.
Right.
And I played the juror number 3, the racist antagonist. So it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I mean, I went in there with experience in acting already.
Right.
But being in that program, I learned a lot more. I learned a lot more acting skills in the 2 years I was in that program.
Right.
I learned a lot.
Okay, so how do you feel about, let's get back on the topic of Brooks, right? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the protesters out there right now, like protesting for him? Do you think that, this is something that needs to come to light where people need to, the government needs to change things? Or do you think that this is something that's just a necessary evil in prison? No,
it's not necessary evil. You could, what's that saying? You catch more flies with honey than shit or whatever, or vinegar, whatever the fuck. But no, that is not a necessary evil.
But you got some people that are like, look, this is prison. It's not supposed to be comfortable. They shouldn't be getting programmed. They shouldn't be getting drugs. They shouldn't be getting high. They shouldn't be getting all these perks and stuff. Like prison is meant to be uncomfortable, and you shouldn't want to be there, right? And if they get beat up, then they must have done something to deserve it.
No, you don't, because you was locked up. What was the hardest part of your bid? All right, I'm going to tell you what's the hardest part of my bid. Being away from my family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was hard.
That's punishment. That's like real punishment.
Yeah.
Being away from society, being away from a woman or a man or whatever you prefer, But just being away from the norms of society, that's torture enough. So you think that we should get whipped and beat every time we misbehave?
No, I think if somebody's in handcuffs, there's no reason beating them.
Okay, but all violence does is violence begets more violence. Okay,
right, but some people
you use violence to restrain me this time,
right,
and you hurt me.
Uh-huh.
The next time you come to try to restrain me, I'm not gonna try to stop you with my hand. I'm gonna have a knife in my hand to protect myself.
Right, but thing is, some people only understand violence.
No, everybody understands violence, but violence is not the only thing that you just have to.
So let's say there's a hard-headed shit stirrer.
Okay.
In prison.
Yes.
And they try to handle him with kid gloves.
Yes.
You think he'll learn his lesson, or he'll be like, nah, fuck that. I run shit in here. Look, they fucking handle me with kid gloves.
I mean, you can't just do whatever the fuck you want to do because they'll transfer you. They don't have to put their hands on you. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so what's the alternative?
I'll tell you, they did this to me before. They put me on the wheel.
What's that?
For 30 days, I was in no jails. They transferred me from this jail to this jail. I stay in the receiving room. The jail's talking about, oh, you have 2 known enemies in this jail. We're refusing you, sending you back to the jail you came from. But you can't send me back to the jail I came from because I just got kicked out of that jail. Okay. So what they do is they send me to downstate reception and they wait for another available jail to send me to the next day. Next day, they'll send me to that jail. I get to that jail. They put me in the thing. Quarantine. Oh, yeah, no, you have known enemies with this CO that you wrote up in the past.
So how's that a punishment? How does that make you regret what you did?
I lost 20 pounds being on that 30-day wheel.
Why? Because
one, you don't get to cook your own food. You don't get to eat your own food. You don't get your own property. You're on a bus all day long eating cop-out sandwiches. You have one slice of meat sandwich, one slice of cheese
you're
sandwich.
You're not settled in. You're not comfortable.
You don't have no mail. You don't have no packages. You can't go to commissary. You can't get visits. You can't get on the phone. You're just on the wheel. You're in limbo. You have no jails that's taking you. And they do that shit on purpose for head cases to calm you down.
And that actually works?
It works to the point where you're like, damn, I don't want to go through that again. Wow. My face was shrunken in for real. It was crazy because when you leave the jail to go to another jail, you leave you get ready at 4 a.m. because they have to strip search you and shackle you up and get everybody ready. And you're not the only one. There's hundreds of dudes that leave. So you're up at 4, waiting to get on the bus. The bus leaves around 9. You're on the bus all day until 10 o'clock at night. You get there, they don't give you a cell. You're in the receiving room, so you don't have a mattress. So you're sleeping on a bench until the next day to get back on the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, they wake you up to re-strip search you, re-handcuff you, re-shackle you. Then you're waiting on the bus and you repeat this whole fucking thing. I did that, not 30 days, 27 days around. Yeah, I lost 20-something pounds. That's what they do to you when they feel like you just don't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
You just don't give a fuck anymore. So there's no way that you could win. But they have so many ways to break you and bend you.
And you feel like that's a better way to handle it
than beating a person to death.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, anything's better than beating a person to death.
Or beat a person while they're handcuffed.
Right.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Because not only are you feeling the pain from their blows, you can't block, but your body instinctively is going to flinch every time you get hit. And what happens when you got the cuffs on?
It gets tighter.
No, you get black and blue
from...
Yeah,
it grinds in. Yeah,
that's the worst. All right, you want to beat me up? Take the handcuffs off. I don't mind then. No, but being handcuffed...
So instead of them beating prisoners, you think that they should just put them on a wheel?
No, I don't think nobody should go on the wheel. I'm just saying that there's different levels of ways to break you.
Right, so what should be implemented instead of them doing that? What's the alternative?
Grant them real good time. Grant them real good time. If you stay out of trouble, you'll get good time. You'll get good time back. Instead of making you do 85% of your bid, in New York State, you do the most time for your bid. If you get a 10-year bid, you're doing 85% of that bid.
Okay.
Nowhere else. Yo, in Louisiana.
So you stay out of trouble, then your bid comes down.
Like in Louisiana, you get good time for staying out of trouble in prison over there. You got dudes that did 2 life sentences. They out in like 15 years. Oh yeah, how long you been away? Well, I've been away for 15 years. What you got sentenced to? 2 life sentences. They get another shot. New York.
And you think you think that you want people who did life sentences out back in the street like that?
Everybody deserves a second chance. If you change.
Okay, yeah.
If you change, everybody deserves another
If you're
chance.
changed.
If you're changed.
Yeah.
But let's say, slip through the cracks.
Okay, but exactly. So let's say now they know that. Let's say they implement that.
Yep.
And now everybody's playing the game. I don't want to lose my good time.
Okay.
They want to come out
to make it, right?
And then they come out and then they do something else to go back in.
Okay. So you're saying they're faking it to make it, right?
Yeah.
All right. If there's 10 people that's faking it to make it, they're going through the programs and listening. That's 10 extra people that's listening to the programs that actually work, that can actually change somebody.
But they're not really listening. They're just playing like they're listening.
Something might slip through. It's better than being in the yard. It's better that you're going to have a better chance changing in these programs than you have spinning the yard with your homie.
Right.
Okay? So give people incentives. Okay? All right, so for people that have life sentences, how can you give me an incentive? Life sentence, I got life sentence. You stay out of trouble, you can get trailer visits, conjugal visits.
Right.
You don't stay out of trouble, then no conjugal visits. So, they have things to do. Like even when you're in the box, once you're in the box, like you feel like, oh, I got a 5-year bid, but I got a 10-year box bid. I'm never coming out the box anyway. So every CO that come by, I'm gonna curse them out. I'm gonna spit at them. I'm gonna act up. They have a trick for that. They'll put you on food deprivation order first. Food deprivation is you're on the loaf. You only get 1 meal a week that everybody else gets. The rest of the meals, you get 1 loaf of bread a day that has cabbages and leftover baked into it. But it's like this big. That's all you're eating all day. That shit is hard as fuck. You throw that shit at somebody, you might hurt them. It's called being on the loaf. Yeah, shit, I was on the loaf. You shit a police down, you automatically on the loaf. Okay.
I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah.
That sounds like torture.
Yeah, another way, another depth they could do water depth. Water depth, I've been on water depth too. Like, if you flood your cell, like you jam your toilet up, flood the cell, flood the gallery.
They turn off the water.
They'll turn off the water, and then when you go to your hearing, they'll put you on 7-day water depth. Any deprivation can't be more than 7 days. After 7 days, they got to
What's water depth? They don't give you water?
You get 8 ounces of water every shift. That's it.
Oh, it's not like you could freely keep getting water.
They turn the water off in your cell. You get 8 ounces every 8 hours. You get an ounce an hour.
What the fuck?
Just to keep you alive.
Wow.
You shit and piss in that toilet, you get 1 flush a day.
And you're saying you're okay with that instead of getting beat?
Instead of getting beat, yes. But those are like extreme levels. Those are after they have nothing else to punish you with. That's like I gave the analogy. You only have a 5-year bid, but you have 10 years in the box.
Right. So there's still certain privileges they could take away from you.
Things that they could take from you.
No commissary and stuff like that.
You automatically have no commissary in the box anyway.
Right.
But it's called deprivation. Now they have even more incentive to keep people to stay out of trouble, because when you go to the box now, you're not 100% solitary confinement 23 hours a day. You get 8 hours of rec with other people.
Yeah, because it's illegal now.
Yeah, because they deemed it cruel and inhumane.
Right.
Why they didn't do that when I was around? It was humane then. But anyway.
They have other ways around it. Suicide watch, quarantine. They call it different things.
I totally lost my train of thought about because you start talking and all these images of these quarantine and all these things came flashing back.
PTSD?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But no. Fuck it. It wasn't that important.
But anyway, this is our thoughts. I don't agree with someone getting beat up in handcuffs. Richie doesn't believe in that neither, right?
100% against
There's definitely other ways that you could do it. And there's definitely privileges that you could take away. Like, for instance, if you don't pay your ticket, they take away your commissary automatically, right?
Pay your ticket? What ticket?
The tickets they give you. So in jail, you get tickets, and you owe them money.
No, the ticket is if you break a rule, they write you a ticket. It's
right.
fighting.
Right.
And there's a $5 surcharge for every time they write a ticket.
No. So in county jail, one guy I knew, he shitted somebody down, right? He shitted a CO down, and he got a ticket for it.
Yes, the ticket is the write-up.
Yeah, the write-up, but it was like $100-something.
Well, they have different surcharges in county. They can do whatever.
It wasn't a search. It was just like a fine
for the ticket.
Yeah. No, for getting written up. Yeah.
That's
like a real ticket.
Yeah. No. That's only in the county.
And then
that's not even Rikers Island.
They take away your commissary.
They can't even do that. They can take away your commissary.
Right.
That's one of the. Those are one of the penalties in the tier system. Like, they could give you box time, key block time, loss of packages, loss of phones, loss of packages, loss of privileges. Whatever they give you, that's what they're penalizing you with.
Right.
You get a $5 surcharge for getting a ticket anyway in New York State in corrections. And that's throughout the whole state.
So, hey, you had it. Let us know what else you want to hear about. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.